Hey, it's me, it's JSB. Welcome back to the channel. Today, well, it's 30 years since Asia released their fifth studio album, which was Aria. So to celebrate, we're going to do a random foreplay, which means throwing it on shuffle and listening to the first 4 songs that come up, along with some fun discussion and other good stuff along the way. Now, if you think Asia without John Wetton shouldn't be a thing, we'll get to that. But I just ask you to keep your mind and your ears open as we dive into our first random track, which will be this one. This one being, of course, it's already up, somewhere above my head's Sad Situation, which is a happy situation to be in because this is a great song.
Just a space, an empty chair, and I know I was wrong. Just one more time, then I'll be gone.
Yes, let's forget who's not singing. If you can put your mind to it, just listen to who is. John Payne, he's fabulous. I liked him from the first time I heard him. I still like him today, although his voice has gotten even gruffer over the years. A bit like mine today. We'll keep right into track 2. We'll have a little break after this one and talk a bit more about the lineup and what was happening with Asia in the early 90s, or first half of the 90s. We're moving on, of course, now to Anytime, which is the album opener. So we've got a nice big moody atmospheric build up here. Was a single as well, but you know, Asia singles in the 90s were not exactly being noticed by radio programmers across the land, were they? Of course, all the tracks on this album, two exceptions, we get to those, but all co-written by John Payne and, of course, Jeff Downes, who was the keyboardist maestro and only connection, really, to what anybody would ever think of as classic Asia. But this is 30 years old, so in my mind, this is now also classic Asia. It's a bit theatrical, but I like it. Well, I would, wouldn't I? Being an actor.
Anytime that you call, anytime if you fall, anytime I'll be there for you. Any moment of fear, anytime say a prayer.
Okay, we'll pause it there. All right, so we're halfway through our random foreplay from the Aria album, and I hope you are enjoying it. I certainly am. As I say, I've been a fan of John Payne from the moment I heard him, which was not long after I first heard John Wetton, because I basically got the Asia debut on vinyl at the same time as I got the anthology with the John Payne era. So, you know, they were coming to my ears at the same time. I again understand how it's different for people who saw them come out the gate with that debut and how you might approach this era a bit differently. That's fair enough. But I think the music is great and the band is great. And who is the band? Well, by this point, they had become, at least for this album, a solid four-piece band with, of course, Jeff Downes on keyboards and things, John Payne on bass and vocals. We've got Al Petrelli on guitar and the fabulous Michael Sturgis on drums. They came off the first album of this era, which was Aqua in 1992, which somewhat slightly embarrassingly tried to make it look like it was a legitimate lineup by having Steve Howe was on there and Cal Palmer was on there, only on a track or two each, and they made it look like it's Jeff Downes, Steve Howe, and Cal Palmer, and this other guy. But it really wasn't. It was Jeff Downes and this other guy and a bit of these people, and yeah. Some people really like Aqua. It's actually my probably least favourite Asia album, but it set the tone for what was to come with the John Payne era, and everything else in that era is rock solid in my book. Starting with this right through to Silent Nation before the lure of money came calling, and Jeff said to John Payne, "No, I don't know you, do I?" So another reason to bring up this lineup is not just because it's the 30th anniversary of this album, which was my excuse in the first place, but of course Jeff Downes has announced recently he's going to be touring with another brand new lineup of Asia very soon that features nobody else from the classic lineup. He does have the blessing of John Wetton's widow, and who knows what will come of that. And at the moment they're only touring the States, so if they actually come out with new music, I'd certainly give it a listen. Although I'm hoping that he doesn't replace the Downes Braid Association with New Asia, but if he keeps that one going, because that's great, and we get some new Asia-ish music alongside, then neat. But let's not talk about new music, let's talk about 30-year-old music. We've got two more songs to hear, and the next one of those will be this one. And we've got another cracker here. This is Military Man, which was, like Any Time was, this was on the anthology album that was my first Asia CD, so you can see why this resonates slightly differently with me than it possibly does for you, but end of the day, music's music, and I hope you think this is good, because I do. So don't come running here to find me. what do you call this? Is any Asia prog? Not really. And this certainly isn't. Is it pop? It's not sappy enough to be AOR. Whatever it is, I like it. Nice work from El Petrelli there. Can I commit heresy? Yes, I can. My least favourite Asian guitarist was Steve Howe. I just think he's much more suited to what he does in Yes than what he ever did with this band.
Are you big enough?
And here we are, we're at our fourth and final song. And are we big enough? Well, I certainly am. But are you? This is probably the least best of the four tracks we're hearing today. It's still good. There's not really a duffer on this whole album, in my opinion. You'll be pleased to know. As ever on a random foreplay, we will play What You Could Have Won, which is basically looking at what the 4 songs would have been that have come up if we hadn't heard the 4 songs that have come up. So we'll listen to the first 10 seconds of the next one just to give us a sampler. And that would have been Summer, which is one of my favourites of quite a few on this album. But that's all we can hear from that today. If we had had Summer, we would have followed that with Enough's Enough, and then Aria and Desire, which kind of go hand in hand because Aria is the title track, but also basically a reprise of Desire. And those are the 2 tracks co-written by Andy Nye, along with John Payne and Jeff Downes. So, all told, I'm happy with the ones we got. I liked them. I hope you liked them, and I hope you liked this video. If you haven't already, do that now. Thanks. Okay, so there we have it. That was 4 tracks from Asia, as they were definitely billed. Whether you think they were proper Asia or not, that's what the 90s presented us with. And the Aria album is, if you haven't heard it, I don't know how you can track it down these days. It's probably on streaming. I don't actually know. Trying to get a physical copy might be a task. But I've got one. I've got one. My mum's got one that she's been looking after me for the past 14 years. I was only meant to be gone for 2, but oops. Anyway, what do we hear? I'll tell you what we heard. We got Sad Situation, Anytime, Military Man, and we wrapped up with Are You Big Enough? All pretty stonking tunes. As I say, Are You Big Enough? Not quite as good as the other 3, but not a bad tune either. That's my opinion, and I hope you agree with me, because I like being agreed with, because I'm an agreeable sort of person. Right, well, as I say, it'll be interesting to see what comes with this new version of Asia that Jeff Downes has put together. I think it's going to sound pretty good, but will they make new music? Time will tell. Only time will tell. Hey, hear the song coming on. You could say I came to that one in the heat of the moment. Yeah. Anyway, if you'd like to hear some other overlooked music from 30 years ago, there should be options appearing on your screens right about now. Yes, they might both be Marillion related, but that's not a bad thing. So go and check one or both of those out, and I'll see you there or somewhere else very soon. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.
Acting is reacting. This does not mean acting again.